Hi, I am standing outside. I'm in Hamtramck. Martin Jones, I'm in Hamtramck, just so you know. And checking out a record store here. It's called Record Graveyard. There it is. There it is. And it's getting close to sunset. So I don't know anything about Hamtramck. Never been down to Hamtramck. Some areas look pretty good. Some areas kind of give you the heebie-jeebies. But this was a fun little store. And I went in there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there. And I found some things. Yeah, probably, it started at $15 and it went up there really fast once they found some really cool stuff. So come on in, let's take a look. Jimi Hendrix. If you like Jimi Hendrix, wait till you see all the Jimi Hendrix this place has. And a lot of cool posters and a lot of other things. So let's go in and take a look at Record Graveyard. Scary. It's the midweek. A store tour. Yeah, I did another one. I've been trying to get down to this area, Hamtramck. Martin Jones, he has a channel, Martin Jones. Outstanding live concert footage from the Detroit area, but he goes to Chicago, Columbus, wherever. Very much into punk, but a lot of it are just obscure bands. But he always talks. He goes to this Hamtramck area quite often. There's a record store there he goes to, and also for concerts. And it's a suburb of Detroit. I've never been there. I've thought about it. It's not quite convenient for how I travel when I'm in Detroit, because I'm 2 weeks of the week 2 weeks of the month I'm down in Detroit generally for 3-4 days. But I thought, okay, I'm going to make it down there before it gets cold, before it's dark by 5:30, and so I did. And I found, I Googled for record stores, and I found one, and I went to, and the record store was Graveyard Records. Now, I was thinking this is the place that Martin goes to all the time. It's not. He's been in there once, but it wasn't the punk store. So I still have to find that place. But here we have Record Graveyard. I said Graveland Records, I think. Record Graveyard. Someday I'm going to be able to read something that's actually on a card. Record Graveyard. Nice place, very nice. I went in there. It is a little crowded. There's a lot of stuff stacked up here and there, and it's separated by genre. But and at first I wasn't finding. I walk in, and there's the guy puts on an album. It's like, okay, here comes a person. Let's put on this album. And it was like, wow, that is so good. He did the classic record store owner trick. Put on some music, and then maybe the person will buy it. And I did. It was a Donald Byrd's greatest hits. It just sounded, it was incredible, the tunes on there. And I had some Donald Byrd albums in the previous collection, but I never really got into them. But here was the best. And so just the best, I really liked it. So I got that. And I was kind of looking around and, wasn't finding a whole lot. And then there were the boxes, the boxes up by the register. That's where the good stuff's at. You'll see in there was a lot of Jimi Hendrix. I mean, it was like, wow. I mean, you see bootlegs and stuff. But there was other things too, and I did find a few of the records. So some of them were new, one of them, but here was one of them. Now, I didn't have this one, and I'll just take it out of the wrap. It was Pink Floyd, A Momentary Lapse. And again, one that I used to have. Now, regretfully, I have to get some goo. They put these on, and there's another sticker there, so it's kind of this store, you had to knock. It was locked. You have to knock, and they'll let you in. Hamtramck, probably not the greatest area. I parked on the side, on a side street, and go, guys, this is a good idea or not? But when I left, my car was there. So, okay, bonus. No one took my vehicle. So this album here that I picked up at that store, I've been trying to get this one. Obviously I had it when it first came out, but man, I tell you, when my local store gets this, when Radio Wasteland gets this album, it's gone immediately. I've tried to get in there. On Friday, he drops a video to show what he's getting in, and it's gone. So I was excited to see that this was there and just sitting in a box. I guess no one knocked on the door to come in to try to get it. It's not the easiest thing to get in, but I understand why they have to do that. But this was good, and I was very, very, very happy to get this. And I got another album too that's on a newer one that I'll show along with the Donald Byrd. That it was exciting to find. So very good find there. Next up, this one came from Vinyl Me Please. All right, we're going to throw it up. Hold on, here we go. Rip. Who knows? This one came back a long time ago. It's just been in the crate to show. And I go, wait, I used to have this one. Stevie Ray Vaughan's Texas Flood. Vinyl Me Please, as everyone knows, does a great job with their pressings. They really sound good. This is no exception. Great guitar work on here. You know, is this Stevie Ray Vaughan's best album? I don't think so, no. I really like, oh gosh darn it, now I can't think of it. The last full album that he put out. I really liked Riviera Paradise. That was the one I was trying to think about, Riviera Paradise. Personally, my favorite Stevie Ray Vaughan. But here you really get the great blues are happening in here. Love Struck Baby, Pride and Joy, Texas Flood. I mean, boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Just outstanding way to start an album. There was in here a book. Hey, Lord knows, this, for all I know, it could have came out last year. Record. It's not like I buy like a truckload of records every week. It's just, I kind of limit on how many I show to keep it under 30 minutes because I'm going to blab a lot. So some of these just kind of get put back and back and back, and I go, hey, let's just get this done. So awesome stuff. Sounds great. You know, if you like any kind of hard rock and blues, how can you go wrong with Stevie Ray Vaughan? So that was good. And speaking of blues, picked this on up at my local Radio Wasteland, Fleetwood Mac. And this is their first album. This is the blues album. If you like the blues, this is the one to get. And very nice. I love this. It's the Peter Green Fleetwood Mac era. It really sounds just great. But also Jeremy Spencer. Because Jeremy Spencer loved the blues too. And so he was a big part of this. So if you find this around, I mean, especially, it's been reissued. Here's this is an original, but the reissues are great, probably less expensive, and a good way to go to get this. So very happy, again, to have that. Yeah, am I a huge Fleetwood Mac fan? I am not, but I have rumors, because I think you're supposed to. I just think that's a law that's out there, to have rumors. Except maybe Vinyl Richie and Martin Jones. I think they probably broke the rules on that, but otherwise, if you're a collector, you're supposed to. Okay, this was a good one to find too. And I found this at, where did I find this? This was down in Westland. Now I can't think of the name of that store, but Trio. Dolly Parton, Linda Ronstadt, and Emmylou Harris. I tell you, when this came out, I thought, what a freaking stupid album. Sucks. You know, Dolly Parton, okay, kill me now. And I wasn't even into Emmylou Harris in the 80s when this came out. But all that has changed. And I really became a huge Emmylou fan. Look, no one cut this. Could have cut these out and made paper dolls. That would have been fun. But, you know, I was a big Emmylou fan. Linda Ronstadt was okay. Wasn't like I, was a huge fan. Tony P, sorry. I know you are. And Dolly Parton, I just had a hard time swallowing. I've grown to that. I don't mind Dolly Parton. Will I buy her stuff? No. TC, I won't. But, I mean, I would get a couple of her albums, yes. But this is great. Their harmonies are incredible. These three know how to harmonize. You can tell they're having a fun time. The music feels that way. And it truly is a beautiful album. And so when I saw that they're in the shrink, still in the shrink, I had to buy it and get that. Here's one I used to have, kind of forgot about, and then Jeff at 33 RPM showed it. It's Tess Parks and Anton Newcomb. They did this together. I think it came out in 2018. So Anton Newcomb from Brian Jonestown Massacre. Well, he did a couple of albums with Tess Park. She's from Canada. And so what you get on this is kind of a psychedelic sound, a little shoegaze going on. She has a kind of a deeper, mysterious kind of voice. And I mean, it brings you in. It gets you what she's, it's rather exciting to hear. It's darker. Definitely darker and mysterious, and that's the kind of voice she has. It's really good. And I've had a couple albums from her, but again, bringing them back in. And so Jeff showed this, man, I really like that album. But you know, when you lose 12,000, yeah, you can't forget about them. So that reminded me, and I went out and I bought this. Doesn't cost a lot. Very, very cool music. The final one I got on clearance. I haven't even opened it. I haven't even opened the damn thing yet. It's on white vinyl. Do you know what white vinyl looks like? Maybe I might send this out. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly record store day. This thing was incredible low price. There was a clearance sale going on, and I got a few different things like for $5 and stuff. I have this album already. I have a nice reissue of this album. Maybe I have an original. I don't know. It's one of my all-time favorite soundtracks. And just when I saw it for just almost nothing, I don't need an extra copy of that, but it's white vinyl. I grabbed it. It's just one of the greatest Westerns in the whole wide world. This is a movie where this soundtrack from Ennio Morricone, it makes the movie. And a good movie, to me, a good movie has a great soundtrack. The soundtrack is what brings it to life and makes it exciting. And this is a classic case where if this didn't have that soundtrack, this movie, it still would have been cool, but not nearly as cool. This really creates the excitement. And so one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. Really happy to have that. So there's some albums I used to have that I brought back into my collection, or I already had, but now I got another one back in my collection. So hope you enjoyed that. Enjoyed the record store tour there. And it is Record Graveyard in Detroit, in the suburb of Hamtramck. That is kind of northwest of downtown Detroit. So if you're in that area, it's well worth looking at. There's some cool stuff you can see in some of those bands. If you're a Hendrix fan, I'd get in there. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you Sunday. Don't forget, two guys talking about records. Check our podcast out on iHeart, Spotify, Podbean, YouTube, and Facebook. Thanks, everyone. Great day. Bye.